Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Still working on getting my voice where it need to be, so y'all got to forgive me. But in my massage chair. But wanted to pop in, and just chat with you for a little bit because you have to pay attention right now what's going on in our world. Like you seen what happened at the grocery store. It was in the minority neighborhood. And then right after that, you seen what happened at the elementary school, I believe it was. And when you go to Twitter and you look at what's trending, you're seeing what's happening. And it's a lot of headlines. And so you'll go read the news and it'll be something really drastic that happened in Ukraine, and then something really drastic that happened in America. And then you look at your own life, and your own life might be going through something that's very intense. That spiritual warfare cannot be ignored. You gotta pay close attention to that spiritual warfare. And you really have to get to a place where you are prayed up. You prayed up and you ready. Like you have the armor about you in the sense that you got a go-to phrase, a go-to affirmation that you can just pull on, that you can shift your thoughts to. I read something, and I sometimes say, think about your thoughts, but I saw somebody write in a different way that like, hey, when we actually think about our thoughts, things could get worse. And I was like, you know what? I agree with that. I do agree with that. And I don't necessarily mean, think about your thoughts in that sense, but meaning be mindful of what you're feeding. Be mindful of the messaging that you're giving yourself. Because that right there is everything. And understanding that it's okay to go to a place of stillness. It's okay for your brain to be on white noise. Just that white space to where, on a TV when it just got all of that right there and it's no channel, it's nothing on. That it's okay for your brain to just not be processing, not be doing a deep dive in your feelings and your thoughts, and to just shift to a place of quiet, to a place of stillness when you are starting to worry and you're starting to beat yourself up in your head and your mind is starting to go places that you don't need it to go, you don't want it to go, because it's gonna send you down a rabbit hole. And having those affirmations that you can jump to, having that person that you can call and talk to, having that book you can open and read, that song that you can turn on your phone and just let it play. I got a gospel playlist, and if I'm overthinking or if I'm feeling away, I just turn that on. Turn it on, let it play. I got an app that just play like the little sounds, like the soundscapes, and I just turn that on and just let it play. Let it play while I'm going to sleep. Let it play when I wake up. Just to feel that space. Feel that space in my head where my thoughts may want to run wild and take me down a rabbit hole. And you gotta understand those self-defeating thoughts and those thoughts that feed into your insecurity, the thoughts that feed into your lack of trust, your lack of love, everything that you're thinking and feeling. It's some thoughts behind it. And just get into that place. Just get into that place where you can do the work and understand that as you looking around, it's in the Bible where it says pray without ceasing. Y'all gotta forgive my adjustment over there. eating some popcorn and stuff. It say pray without ceasing. And what that's talking about is every breath should be a prayer. Like every step should be a prayer. Every thought should be a prayer. Every day should be a prayer. Every waking moment should be a prayer. Like constantly submitting gratitude and the need for God to God. Lord, I thank you, and Lord, I need you. Lord, I thank you, and Lord, I need you. It got to be in concert, got to go together. Lord, I thank you, and Lord, I need you. I thought I heard some noise coming up. Lord, be with me. Lord, be with me. Lord, keep me. Lord, bless me. Lord, I thank you, and Lord, I need you. And just being in that place to where you could pray for the world. The other day, I went and I sent a tweet. And then not long after sending the tweet, I seen the situation trending, and I'm like, oh my goodness. That tweet don't go. I gotta go delete my tweet because of what's going on in the world. And imagine having to live like that. And that's why I saw a guy tweet one time. He said, you can't have a presence and not be present. And I canceled my automated posts because it was a big thing to automate your posts. But what I realized is you can't delegate your destiny. You could automate your posts and you have something that's going out that ain't got nothing to do with this shooting at this school when you wrote it, but it go right to it. And that's the world we live in, that every day something happening. That you literally, before you make a post, you gotta check the temperature in the room. You gotta go online and see what catastrophic event has happened to make sure that if you post something, that you don't sound tone deaf. And it's real out here. It is real out here. And we got to get to that place, come to that place of where we really starting to pray without ceasing and understand that we got to stay really close to that word, to that motivation, that inspiration, so that when you go about your day, that you can do so with a zeal and with positivity, because there's so much negativity around us. It's so much pain around us. It's so much struggle and stress around us. And if we're not careful, it comes upon us. We fall right into it. We fall right into it. And it's a dangerous trap. It's a dangerous trap, and it's very real. And we got to come to that place to where we really are able to walk upright with a peaceful mind, with a peaceful countenance, regardless of what's going on in the world, and be able to say a prayer, but also be the prayer. Meaning be the answer to somebody's prayer. Be the smile that somebody needs. Be the handshake that somebody needs. Be the good spirit. Be the good person that somebody needs. Be that, so that if a person never get to see God, they never get to read a word, that they get to feel the love when they meet you. That your attitude, your energy, your countenance is different. And that they leave that exchange saying there is something different about that person. With all that they may be going through, with all that's happening in our city, with all that's happening on our job or in our world, in our country, look at how this person is talking to me, treating me. Look how they move, and look at that smile. Look at that peace. Look at that joy. Be the answer to the prayer. And so when we fill up like that, and I'm up here, trying to be there for other people, and it breaking my body down. It broke my body down. I got to fill myself up. And even from this place, knowing that tomorrow is not promised, I'm still giving from that well, to be that voice that somebody might need in their wilderness. It really ain't no rest for the weary. So you got to pray for the strength of God and say, hey, even though I ain't really got my voice like that, I got to go anyways, because somebody need that word. And while I'm being there for you, it's also blessing me. God got me. Hey, this is Tony Gaskins. God bless you. We'll talk soon.